Give me one moment, everybody. Let's see. Pretzel, there we go. Yeah. Perfecto. Yeah, so hey everybody, Station Scribe here. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully your time isn't completely wasted here. So yeah, we're doing Ethereal Enigma Part 5 today. For those of you who weren't here for the fine stream during the week, I do have a new mic. There is going to be some growing pains. I've got it set up and it sounds fine on Discord. I haven't heard any complaints from speaking to people on Discord, but obviously Discord's audio settings and OBS audio settings are different, you know, and Medal, same thing. So it's a different ball game. So, you know, I need to adjust the settings and fine tune things, and you know, it's gonna be some growing pains. It's gonna be some growing pains, but I'm gonna do my best to try and, you know, make it as good as possible. But no, until somebody says something, I can't exactly do that. One moment, everybody. Everybody, there we go. Somebody coming through the door, and I went to quickly make sure that I'm not needed for anything. I knew that was going to happen, though. I knew that was going to happen. It didn't go the way I thought it would, but I knew the moment. I knew that as soon as I get down to streaming, you know, something's gonna happen. Anyway, yeah, let's get down to Ethereal Enigma. So yes, I've got new mic. For those of you who weren't here for the fine stream during the week, most of my old clips have been uploaded now. I've got like, I think 4 more clips to be uploaded, which is 2 every day normally. Like, obviously I bulk upload because I had a big backlog. I just wanted to get them out of the way so I can, you know, focus on new clips of the new mic. But I'm doing 2 clips every day with the old clips. So that way it gets me through to Monday to give me time to edit new clips. So it will be 2 a day with the old clips, and then I'll switch over to the new ones once I've got them edited. So yes, Ethereal Enigma today, new mic. Hopefully it's okay. Let me know how it is. I apologize if there is any audio issues. I'm going to do my best to address them as best I can, but overall the new mic sounds better. It does sound better, right? It's just fine tuning it to be as good as possible. So yeah, let's actually get down to it and play some Ethereal Enigma now. Like that, and then I'm gonna launch the game up one time, just so I can, you know, get it initialized with OBS. Then right, let's actually do it. Let's go.
Now there's no turning back. I know that we'll face whatever may come our way, 'cause tomorrow's a new day. These simple days may pass me by, but with your hand that we can fly.
wasn't exact there. Was not exact with like clicking on. I thought it appear. Oh god, I've got to click on OBS to make it detect it, right? It doesn't automatically. It's automatically just going to show it for some reason. I'm like, oh god. I got it. Obviously, you know, you're going to hear the game. It's going to be an L cut. I think it is. No, a J cut. You're going to hear the audio before the visual. So it's going to be sort of a J cut. you got the majority of the intro. So, you know, you just have to deal with it. It's good enough, right? It's good enough. All right, let's actually get down to it and actually play the game. Okay. Oh, I know where we were. We were at the I know where we last left off. We were at the podiums where they're going to be speaking properly, where they're actually going to make their case. Not the introduction. They're announcing they're running. This is where they actually are running.
Let's have all of our candidates join us on stage, please.
Am I good? Yeah, I'm good. All right, cool. Everything, yeah, the game's showing, game audio's going, my mic audio's going, we're going. All of them scoot out of their seats and situate themselves, one in front of each podium. Mrs. Sato relocates to the side.
Now, we're going to do things a little differently this year. I want everyone to anonymously write down a question for our candidates to answer and drop them into this bin. I'll use those in today's debate.
Sorry about that. Chair squeaking. So, hold on. Now we're going to do things a different issue. I want everyone to know that question for our candidates to answer to me. Oh, okay. I think about what issues are important to me. Ask about their top priority issue. Ask about lunch. Don't write one. No, I'll ask about their top priority. Each of them have ideas for how they're going to change the school for the better, but realistically, they'll have to tackle it one issue at a time. If elected, what would be the first change you make to the school? Feeling pleased, I fold up my question and drop it in the bin. When the bin is full, Mrs. Sato addresses the candidates.
When I ask a question, you'll each be given a chance to answer. We'll start with Miss Hana Sasaki.
The nervous girl swallows hard, readying herself for a question. Don't make a joke, don't make a joke. Mrs. Sato shuffles the bin and randomly pulls out a slip of paper.
What is your favorite color?
The girl blinks whilst Mrs. Sato frowns.
Okay, who wrote this? Let's take this seriously, please.
After sorting through the questions and listening to the other homeroom candidates' responses, I have to say that I'm not impressed by any of them. Hannah was too nervous to put together a coherent sentence. The stocky girl, Ray, I don't bloody know, spent the entire debate making mean comments about Hannah. And the bored girl, Shion, declined to answer any questions at all. Why she even bothered running is a complete mystery.
This question is for Mr. Osamu.
Mrs. Sato reads off of a slip of paper.
If elected, what would be the first change you would make to this school?
This is my question. Focus on listening. Jiru gravely pushes his glasses up his nose.
As I've said before, I'm determined to ensure we have the highest level of education, and a major component of that is having top quality materials.
Yeah, but as we've discussed, Jiru, in the introductory debate, the problem with that is that students don't give a shit about any of that, right? They want things that matter to them. Education matters to students, right? Education is going to matter. You know, it means something. I can see my audio levels peaking into the red. Hopefully it's okay. I might have to lower it a bit. I might have to lower it even more. But let me know how it sounds. But yeah, you know, like I think I said this before, right? In the previous part of this playthrough, or the one before that. Whether I think I mentioned it was one before that with because you know, introducing themselves and stuff. But you need to make it personal to the student, right? You need to make it mean something to them. yeah, education is great and all, and some students are going to care about it. Majority of students just go to school because they have to. You know, they just want to shoot the shit. They want to have fun, right? You need to prioritize, you know, their education, but you need to do it in a way that makes sense to the student, right? And that means making things more convenient. You know, allowing them, I don't know, a 50-minute break in if the lesson goes for 2 hours. You need to allow them to have like a 20-minute break in between the 2 hours, right? So, I don't know, 10 minutes, you know, 50 minutes. The first lesson's 50 minutes. The last lesson is 50 minutes, right? So, it's both 50-minute lessons instead of 60. And at the end of the first lesson, you have 10 minutes. And then that goes into the second lesson, which is 10 minutes. Or even 10 to 15 minutes, right? Like a 10 to 20 minute break, right? And that allows them at the end of the lesson to quickly check their phone, check messages and stuff, have a bit of a breather in between the 2 hours, right? Because attention spans are short. If you want to make education a priority, you need to address it in a way that's going to mean something to the student, right? To sort of help them with that, to sort of, you know, to make them think that it's what they want. Get an audible groan from the audience, because nobody cares about any of that, right? Giving them a break, if it's like, it's like me. It's like, I want to make education a priority, but I know most of us don't care about that. Sure, there are a few outliers in the audience, right? A niche group of students who genuinely do care and are excited to come to school and learn, right? But most of us go to school because we have to. You know, you get through the lessons and you grit your teeth, and you're looking forward to lunchtime and the end of school because you only come here because it's mandatory, right? You feel compelled to go to school, but you don't really want to be here, right? You'd rather just be shooting the shit and having fun. I know that, you know that. So I'm prioritizing your education, but I'm going to do so in a way that means something to you, that makes things more convenient for you. For instance, 2-hour lessons, I'm going to push to have a 20-minute break in between those 2 hours. So at the end of the first lesson, there's going to be a 10-minute break, which goes into the second lesson for 10 minutes. So each lesson, instead of being an hour each, will be technically be 50 minutes each, with a 20-minute break in between the 2 lessons, giving you time to go to the toilet, talk and socialize for a bit, take a breather, check your phone, all that stuff, Now that may not be the best way of going about it, but that's at least infinitely better, right, a way of going about it than the way he's going about it. It's being smart about it, and he's just not doing a good job of that. I really want to vote for him too, because I don't want Erlin to win, but he's not making it easy to vote for him. He really isn't. Oh, sorry. There's an audible groan from the audience. Oh no, not this again. He clears his throat.
Truly, it makes a difference. Think of how much easier it will be to read the board without distracting streak marks, or to have chalk sturdy enough to write without breaking.
Jiru continues to drone on and on. I fight to keep my eyelids from drooping, but it's a struggle. Other students slump in their seats from boredom.
And I'll fight to make sure that there's an accessible copy of all textbooks, so people of all backgrounds can afford the same level of education.
Yes, those things are all very important.
But now Erlin's gonna come in because she's gonna attack it in a way that I've said, which is making it mean something to the student. She recognizes those things are important, but she knows that ultimately, most students don't. 90% plus of the students don't give a shit about any of that, and she's going to now do exactly what I said. Go about it the way that I said, and she's gonna completely fucking bitch slap the guy.
Wait, I wasn't done!
You were past your time, so I'll allow Miss Dawn to continue.
Everything my opponent said is important, but the more important issue is to make sure that school is fun.
There we go, addressing it the exact way that I said, making it mean something to the student. There we go, exactly what I said, making it mean something to the student. There we go, making it engaging. Like I said, we're allowing them to take breaks in between long lessons, giving them a breather, allowing them to decompress. I said this is how you should go about it, and she's doing exactly that.
Productivity is proven to decrease when people are stressed or unhappy, so I'll ensure that each and every student enjoys their time here at school. Starting with today.
Suddenly, rainbow wrappers of candy shower the cafeteria and sweet treats.
I bet when you woke up this morning, you weren't expecting free candy.
Everyone jumps out of their chairs, their arms outstretched as they reach for candy.
What? Oh my god, how did she know? How did she know I wanted candy?
Because you're a kid. Kids love candy.
She really does know what the people want.
A little weird that I don't know how old we all are, but I imagine we're all like 15, 16, something like that. And she thinks candy is a top priority. It's a little weird that that is what they want, given their age range. But don't get me wrong, I don't remember how I was when I was that age. I'm sure I like sweets and stuff, but that's more like, you know, when you're young, you know, you're younger than that, right? Before you're a teenager. I don't know, maybe when you are a teenager too, but I feel like the age most of your students are, I feel like sweets, really? I don't know.
This is the best day of my life.
Jiro stares with his mouth hanging open, too dumbfounded to speak.
What? That isn't even. How did?
Jiro, it's okay, mate. All right, look, Jiro. I'll let you look. I'll let you know up front. All right, you've got good ideas, but the way you're going about presenting them, you're presenting them in a way that is completely generic and doesn't mean. If you were presenting this, if you were proposing your argument to the teachers, right? To the faculty, to the staff faculty, you would probably win, right? You would have a good chance of winning. But Erlyn, you're not presenting your argument to the faculty, right? To the staff faculty. You're presenting your argument to the students, and they don't give a shit about any of that.
Where did this candy even come from?
Evelyn wears a broad grin as she seemingly pulls candy out of nowhere and throws fistfuls of it into the crowd.
You get free candy, and you get free candy. Everybody gets free candy.
Yeah. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna make the joke I'm thinking of. My precious. This is too much effort. I stay rooted in my seat as I watch the class erupt into chaos. If any candy happens to land my way, then I'll happily eat it. But fighting for candy feels like more effort than I'm willing to give. Jose and Mina both dive out of their seats, competing as to who can catch the most candy. The only person who remains seated is Kira. Even Mrs. Sato keeps a handful of candy and hides it in her pocket. I hear the chanting grow from a soft whisper to a loud roar amidst the chaos and pure joy. Eri! 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 He blows the crowd a kiss before taking a low bow. Jiro's continued complaints are drowned out by the rising chant. Jiro, just let it go, mate. You've lost. Alright? She went about it the exact way I said, right? About making it mean something, about making it personal to the student, making it mean something to them. You didn't do that. You went a generic, you know, route. Like I said, if you presented to the staff faculty, you'd probably had a chance, but you're not presenting to them, you're presenting to students. And students don't give a shit about school. They come because they have to. So you've got to make it engaging and mean something to them. You didn't do that. Let it go. You've lost. It's over. He wins. Fatality. Perfect. Flawless victory. She wins, Jiro. Let it go. Let it go. Mrs. Sato tries to regain control of the room, but the chaos is overpowering. Jiro grips the podium, fruitlessly shouting his campaign points, while Erlyn poses on stage, waving elegantly at the crowd. Eventually, with help of the other homeroom teachers, Mrs. Sato settles the students. Every single piece of candy is claimed as the room quiets down. Mrs. Sato clears her throat.
Wow, what an unprecedented turn of events! I can confidently say that this is the most creative and energetic debate I've seen yet. Unfortunately, we'll have to end the rest of the debate early as classes will start soon.
But we've only answered one question each. I haven't even shared my 3-point plan.
Oh god, that's another thing, Jiro. You're not only are you presenting it in a generic way that doesn't mean anything to the students. You're not making it personal to them, right? You're also being really derivative and not necessarily deviating. You're not being concise and coherent. You know, short and to the point. You know, you're droning on and adding a lot of fluff on top of not making it personal to the students. Erin, as much as I hate to say it, she's good. She's good. She's really good. She knows how to attract the crowd, and she knows how to hold their attention, to have them in the palm of her hand, to be the puppet master. She knows how to do it. I gotta give it to her. I hate Erin. I think she's a bitch, but you gotta give it to her. She knows how to do it. She knows how to do it. Jiro, you just... I wanted to vote for you. I wanted you to win. I wanted to vote for you over her, but I just feel like it's going to be pointless voting for him. If I voted for him, it would be pointless. And what's worse, voting for him would make me look like a hypocrite, right? Because I'm voting for him because I'm voting for him out of spite. I know that she's got the better argument, right? I know that she deserves to win, right? She makes the better argument. She deserves to win, but he's not making it. He's just not going. If I voted for him, it would be 1 out of spite, and 2, it would be hypocritical, because I know that she makes fair points. I know that she's going about it the right way. I know why she's doing it. She doesn't care about them. She's doing it because she wants the power, right? She wants to be considered royalty, right? And so being president is in school, being student president is like, being the princess, right? It's like royalty in the school, right? Being the hot chick / being student president, being head cheerleader, is another one, right? Like, she's going for a position that holds reputation and power in the eyes of the students, which makes her, in air quotes, royalty. I know why she's doing it. We know why she's doing it, right? Her intentions behind her doing it are misguided and wrong, but she is going about it in the right way, So I guess, like, knowing her real intentions, I think that's the reason why I wouldn't vote for her, because I know deep down she doesn't give a shit about the students. She doesn't care about them. She's doing it because she wants the power, the fame, the reputation. Fair. Anyway, Erin grins.
Ending the debate early is no issue. I believe my actions speak louder than words.
The crowd cheers again while Jiro
I'm
scolds.
sorry, Mr. Osamu, but time is up. Everyone, return to your classrooms.
Commotion roars and a defeating chatter as students disperse out of the cafeteria. Mrs. Sato herds all of us back into our classroom, allowing us a moment to get the excitement out of our systems. Then she begins the lesson. The students still talk about the debate all through lessons. It's a relief when the first half of class is over. The bell rings, indicating it's time for lunch. The classroom erupts into conversation, scrapping chairs as everyone flies out of the room. My stomach rumbles. I can't wait to dig into my bento. Who should I have lunch with? Erin, Kira. Erin, well, fuck Erin. I don't care about her. Mina, fuck you, Mina. I could do Kosei or Kira, and I am trying to, progress. I mean, I hang out with Kosei all the time. I want to get to know Kira, so we're probably going to go with Kira. Kira and I haven't spent a lot of time together in a while. I should see if she wants to eat lunch with me. I spot her as she heads towards the cafeteria and catch up with her. Hey, Kira. She turns.
Hello.
Are you heading to lunch? She nods. Would you like to eat together?
Oh,
He pauses, blinking in surprise, and then nods.
sure.
Right. Kira and I walk to the cafeteria. Once we're there, she gets in line to buy lunch and grabs us a table. She returns a moment later and sits down across from me. This time, Uncle Hajime prepared buns for us. My stomach growls in anticipation. I take a bite and the flavours instantly melt across my tongue. I glance up to see Kira staring at me. What's up?
Your bread looks good.
Thanks. My uncle made it. They sell these at the bakery, so we have them for lunch pretty often. He blinks.
The bakery?
I nod. Yeah, my family runs a bakery nearby. Mina and I are actually working there tonight. You're more than welcome to stop by and check it out if you want. She tucks a piece of hair back in response.
I see. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks.
Silence settles over us. As we return our lunches, my eyes drift over to the notebook she's always scribbling in. It's peeking out of her bag. Is that notebook for your homework? She shakes her head. Oh, I've noticed you writing in it a lot, so I thought you were taking notes.
I do, but not in there.
What do you use that notebook for? She hesitates.
Just some drawings for fun.
I perk up. Really? It would make sense she would be into art. She's always doodling and mentioned visiting the art booth at the fair. Are you joining the art club this year then? Kira doesn't answer right away.
I haven't decided on a club yet.
You check out the art club. Frat club because of the booty shorts. No, let's make it personal to her. Let's not go with the perverted option. We're better than that. Well, if you're interested in art, I think you should pursue it. She thinks about it.
I'll consider it.
We're both nearly finished our meals. There's still a lot of time before lunch is over. Since we've got time, why don't we visit the art club now? She hesitates.
Is that a good idea?
It could help you make a decision. She pauses for a moment, considering. Then, to my surprise, she nods.
Okay.
We finish the rest of our lunch and head towards the art club room. A few students are sitting around with their sketchbooks. Someone who looks like they might be the president brightens when she sees us.
Oh, hi! You're Kira, right? I remember you visiting our booth at the club fair.
A hint of surprise flashes across Kira's face, but she keeps her composure.
Yes, that's me.
The girl
I
grins.
thought so. It's nice to see you again. Have you decided to join us?
I'm still considering it.
Girl looks at me.
What about you?
No, I'm just here for support.
Great.
She turns back to Kira.
What's your favorite method of art?
Drawing.
Me too. In fact, most of us here like to draw.
He pauses.
Oh, you know what? I think you'll appreciate this. Follow me.
He leads us to a large cabinet. When she swings it open, she reveals an array of fancy pens and art supplies. Kira sucks in a small breath.
What do you think?
Are those Maru pens? And a liter ink?
Yes. What do you normally use?
It depends. Usually pilot ink.
We have that too.
Kira takes a closer look. Touches one of the pens. I assume it's the pilot ink one. Then she pauses.
You have Kaime ink?
Yep, good eye. They're pretty popular due to their fast drawing time.
I've never worked with them before.
The girl reaches into the closet and offers Kira a pen.
Would you like to give it a try? I think you'd love it.
Kira accepts the pen and practices a few test stretches. Kira accepts the pen and practices a few test sketches.
Well, what do you think?
It's very smooth. The fast ink dry time is very helpful.
No more smudgy fingerprints all over the paper, right?
Kira smiles and the art president laughs. They're even having inside art jokes that I don't totally get. Looks like Kira's having a good time. I watch as she begins to relax. They continue to talk about other art styles and materials up until the bell rings, signalling the end of our free hour. The students start to gather their belongings, and we help with the cleanup.
I seriously hope you'll consider joining our club. We'd love to have you.
Thank you for letting me test out the pin.
Anytime.
The art club president steps away. Seems like you had fun. He looks thoughtful.
I did, actually.
So, what do you think? Are you going to join? He smiles slightly.
Yes, I think I will. Thank you for encouraging me.
No problem. I'm glad Kira decided on something she really likes. As we walk into class, I feel like we've grown a little closer today. Once I'm in the classroom, I slide into my desk. Lunch flew by too quickly, and I think my classmates all feel the same. For some reason, they're extra chatty today. Mrs. Sato enters and crosses to the front of the room.
All right, class. Please open your books to page 394.
God, it's hot today. It's hot last night too, but it's hot today. Only a few listening students comply. Only a few listening students comply. The rest are still absorbed in their conversations.
Actually, since it seems like you all know the material, we'll have a pop quiz instead.
Oh, come on. Don't punish all the students for the actions of a few. You can almost hear the record scratch as everyone snaps to attention. The room is now loud with protests instead of conversation. Mrs. Sato smiles.
I'm glad everyone is now paying attention. You'll need that focus to complete the quiz.
Come on, don't do that to all of us just because of the few students. Alright, don't be like that. Mina groans and flops onto her desk.
Oh, this day was going so well.
Kosei flashes a cocky grin.
She's just bluffing. She's not really gonna make us take a pop quiz, right?
Yeah, to set an example, if you disrupt her lesson and talk while she's trying to do her job, she's going to hold you accountable for being disruptive. And she's not going to punish a few students. She's going to punish everybody. Just set to make an example. I mean, I personally think if target the ones that are being the most disruptive and go for them. Make an example of them, right? But maybe she doesn't. Maybe most people are talking, so it's like But I hate that method of punishment. And maybe someone could explain to me why that method's effective and why they use that over like targeting, signaling the ones that have been doing it out. I imagine there's a reason why they do that over signaling those ones out, right? I guess it's to make. It's like if you punish the ones that are being disruptive, right? You're making an example of them, right? But I guess it's to like also let others know that they can't be disruptive. Like, yeah, we know the ones that were disruptive, but we're going after you as well because you'll remember it too. It will resonate with you. Yeah, you're not the ones that are doing it, and you're being punished when you didn't do anything, but it's to set an example and so everyone remembers. I don't know why. I mean, I guess I kind of understand it, but I just feel like that method's just dumb. Just go after the ones that are actually being disruptive. Don't punish everybody. We watch Mrs. Sato begin writing on the board. Jose looks at me, uncertainty growing.
Right?
I mean, it looks like she's serious. He flops onto his desk, imitating Mina.
No!
Evelyn flips back her hair, entirely calm.
It's only a little quiz. That's hardly a challenge.
You're only saying that because we're in math class. She smirks and leans back into her seat. I glance over to Kira, who's doodling in her notebook. Doesn't seem to care at all about the quiz. Mrs. Sato dusts off her hands.
The questions are on the board. You have 15 minutes.
We pull out a fresh sheet of paper and get to work. The thing is, she has to grade the pop quiz. She has to grade all of them. She's making extra work for herself. And then she's not actually gonna grade them. Right, she's just doing it to set an example. Classes continue for the rest of the day, and I make sure to pay attention. Yeah, that's why she did it. To set an example, like I said. I just feel like the way to go about it is wrong. What? That was weird. By the end of the day, I'm itching to get out of school. The bell finally rings and everyone shoots up from their seats. I grab my belongings and head out of the classroom. Now that I finally have some free time, I should find someone to hang out with. See what Erin's up to, hang out with Kira, contact me, and hit up Kose. Oh, they're both gone. I mean, every time we get an option, I'm gonna go with Kira. Unless Kira is unavailable, then I'll go with Kose. So, you know, I've known Kose for ages. You know, I don't really know. I want to get closer to me. I want to get closer to Kira. I wonder what Kira's up to this afternoon. Maybe we can hang out. I take a look around the halls and end up spotting her alone inside the art club room. She has paints and a canvas set up by the windows, and her laptop is open on a desk in front of her. I can hear a voice coming from the laptop. She watches it intently while she paints. Make your presence known. Quietly join her. I think both of those might scare her, but we'll quietly sit down, wait for her to be free. We'll do that because we don't want to disrupt her, and I don't like being disrupted either. So I'd rather someone respectfully do it. I don't want to break her concentration. I'll just go in and say hello when there's a break. I walk into the room and stand beside her, looking at the video. When she glances over, I meet her gaze. She nods in greeting and I nod back. What are you watching?
A painting video.
Kira moves the laptop so I can see better. It's a man with ridiculously large permed hair, painting a picture very similar to the one Kira is working on.
Okay, now we're going to add a happy little tree right here.
Oh, Rob.
Poking into our beautiful blue sky.
Okay. Alright, yeah. Of course I had to get a Bob Ross one in here. What is this?
Painting with Joy, with Rob Boss.
Is that the guy from Tweech?
That's where most people know him from, although he's been around since before then.
The painter with the ridiculous hair continues his demonstration.
Let's add some happy little shrubs and a happy little pond. Maybe a happy little boulder over here.
He adds each of those things to his paintings, except his pond ends up much bigger than expected, so he turns it into a lake.
Remember, there are no mistakes, only happy little accidents.
Kira continues her work. Her painting is very similar to the one Rob Boss is making, although hers is much more stylized. How happy are your trees, Kira? He draws a tiny smiley face in response. I chuckle. Okay, very happy. So, why the sudden interest in painting?
I signed up for the art club.
I grin. I had a feeling you would after our visit.
It was a convincing visit.
But why does that mean you have to paint?
It doesn't. I wanted to give it a try. I draw a lot, but haven't really explored other mediums of art. Everyone in the club works with multiple materials and styles.
I see. That's not a bad idea. You can try different forms of art and then ask the club members for help or suggestions if you need it.
Yes, so I'm starting with painting.
Kira adds a grey mountain to the background of her painting while I stand there and watch. She glances at me.
Do you want to paint too?
Sure, but I can't paint. I shall dazzle you with my artistic genius. I thought you'd never ask. You see, Kira, a little known fact about me is that I'm a genius with the brush. Prepare to be amazed by my superior artistic skills.
You should have no trouble then.
I'd hoped she'd be more impressed. Kira pauses the video and heads over to the wall of art supplies. He sets up an easel for me and offers a few colours of paint.
You can find more paint and brushes in there.
Thanks. I grab whatever supplies I need and ready myself in front of my canvas. Kira restarts the video.
Welcome to The Painting of Joy with me, Rob Boss. I hope you're all having a beautiful day.
The video quickly turns to the host's painting material. He has a very calming way of speaking. Kira adds detail to her painting while I get started. Do my best to follow the video. I'm not letting some guy with a perm tell me how to paint. Just do whatever comes naturally. Yeah. I know my limits. There's no way I'm going to be able to paint a decent landscape, even if I follow everything Rob Boss is doing. Instead, I should just follow wherever the brush takes me. Turns out, the brush wants to paint abstract shapes in bright colours, rather than happy little trees and happy white clouds. Close enough. When we're finished, I stand back from my painting. What do you think? Kira takes a look. Kira studies my painting in silence for a moment.
I can feel the landscape you're going for.
I noticed she said feel instead of see. I look over to Kira's painting, which is full of detail. There is snow on the mountains, leaves on the forest floor, and ripples in the water. It's hard to believe she's made such a nice picture in such a short amount of time. Wow, that's really good. Are you sure you haven't painted before?
Maybe a little, but I'm not very comfortable with it.
She remains modest, but a small twitch in her lip shows me that she appreciated the compliment. What does it look like when you're comfortable? Kira hesitates for a moment. I hope I didn't ask for something too personal. Sorry, I didn't mean to phrase it so weirdly.
No, it's okay.
She grabs her bag off of the floor and rummages through it before pulling out her familiar notebook. After another pause, she hands it to me. I open it up to see page after page of manga-style characters in a variety of poses. There are fantasy warriors with giant swords, sci-fi marines, ordinary high schoolers, almost every popular manga trope. She's so talented, a waifu who draws waifus? Is that what she's always doing? Wow, Kira, these are amazing. If I didn't know any better, I'd have mistaken them for professional sketches. I catch a slight pinch of red in her cheeks.
Thanks, but they aren't that good.
They definitely are to me. I didn't realise you were into stuff like manga. Nods.
I like the style. It's versatile.
How so?
You can have cute characters, tough characters, and anything in between, all while drawing in the same style. It's inclusive.
That's an interesting way to view it. Never thought about it like that. Honestly, I never thought too deeply about manga or anime. I've only thought about whether I like it or not. Based on Kira's home life, I can see why the inclusiveness appeals to her. How long have you been drawing these? Pauses, thinking about it.
I don't know exactly. It's been a while, though.
Have you ever thought about making your own manga?
My own manga?
Yeah, your designs are good enough for it. Before it was quiet again. I don't think she thought... Sorry. Excuse me. Apologies. Before it was quiet again. I don't think the thought has occurred to her before.
Would anyone read it?
I would.
Making a manga.
Kira's interrupted by beeping through. Kira's interrupted by a beeping from her phone. She looks down at it, then back up at me.
Sorry, I have a meeting I need to go to.
Look down, now look up. Where are you? Oh, sure. Don't let me keep you. She nods and I return her notebook to her. Together we clean up the art room and put away our paintings. Thanks for letting me paint with you.
No problem.
You should really consider making a manga. She smiles softly.
I will.
We say goodbye and Kira heads into the hall. I start heading home. I hope she does take my advice to heart. It would be cool to see what kind of manga Kira would create, and even cooler to see her work displayed for others to enjoy. When I return home, I head up to my room. After finishing up my homework, it's soon time for my shift at the bakery. I change and head downstairs, but don't see Mina. She must already be there. The walk to the bakery is quick and easy, and I arrive a few minutes early for my shift. As I expected, Mina is already there. She grins when she sees me.
Right on time. I was worried you'd be late without me there to remind you.
I won't miss working with my cousin. Cupcakes are a great motivator. Nope. I made it on time.
Good. Now you can help me with these customers.
People start trickling in and Mina and I split off to help them. After assisting a few customers, a familiar face comes through the door. Kira?
Hello.
Oh, hi, Kira.
Mina looks just as surprised to see her as I am. I didn't expect to see you here.
I came to buy that bread you had at lunch.
Oh yeah, it's really good. Let me get one for you.
That's okay. I'll get it.
Fuck you, Mina. Alright, she's my friend. She came here on my recommend. She came here because of me. I don't know if I feel like I did say something to her. She come by the shop, right? I feel like I did say that. Don't you dare steal my moment, alright? No. And she's gonna do it anyway. She disappears into the back, which is strange considering we have the bread stacked out front. Maybe she wants to grab a fresh one for Kira. I noticed Kira looking around the bakery.
It's nice here. It feels cozy.
Or maybe that's why she did it, to give me and Kira some alone time. Maybe she's being a good cousin. I thought, don't you dare cock block me. I just instantly assumed she's just being classic Mina, but maybe she's actually doing it to give me and Kira some alone time. Thanks. It's a fun place to work. Feel free to browse. Everything here is good, so you can't go wrong.
They do look good, but I wouldn't know what else to get.
I can make some recommendations. She nods.
Sure.
You'll probably want something sweet, right? You blink, surprised.
How did you know?
I remembered you liked sweet things from the cafe. I think I see a smile.
You're right.
I look around the bakery. Offer up my sweet stuff. My sweet shelf. My sweet self. Put the entire cake display. If you like sweets, here are all the cake options. You can choose whatever slice you like. Kira leans closer to the glass.
I'm not sure which of these to get.
Any of them. She remains silent, then straightens up.
I'll stick with the bread this time.
She suggested the cup. I should have been specific because she doesn't know. I just wanted to let her, Mike, explore. I shrug. Suit yourself. Kira quiets down after that. She disappointed? It seems like she wanted me to choose for her, but I don't know what she likes. Mina returns with Kira's bread.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Offer it on the house. Kira brings the bread to the register, but I shake my head. This one's on me. She pauses, clearly surprised.
I don't mind paying for it.
I know, but consider it a thank you for stopping by. If you like the bread, then please come back again and try more of our selection. After a moment, she nods.
Thank you.
Crap in my bloody eyeball. I hand back the bread. To my surprise, Kira unwraps the plastic and takes a small bite.
Do you like it? It's good, right?
Yes, it's delicious.
Kira's eyes widen. She looks away as a small blush dusts her cheeks. Mina and I both smile.
I'm glad you think so.
Thank you for the delicious bread.
You're welcome. Feel free to come by any time.
Thanks.
The bell dings as Kira leaves the shop. Mina looks at me and raises an eyebrow.
On the house, huh? That's awfully generous of you.
What? I was trying to be nice.
Uh-huh. Is that it? You just wanted to be nice?
Yup.
Then how come you never offer me anything on the house?
Because fuck you, Mina, that's why. Because you work here and already get everything for free.
You mean it's because I'm not Kira?
No. A blush burns my face. Mina laughs.
Whatever you say, cuz.
I know Mina's joking. But was I really so obvious? I can't deny the part of me that hopes she'll come back and visit more often because of this. Hopefully the cupcake doesn't deter her. I should have said for the cupcake, but I thought no, I'll point her in the direction of the sweet stuff, and she can, you know, pick one she's interested in. I don't like being told what to do. So I felt like I don't want to tell her what to. I stand by it, actually. You know, because, like, yeah, I could go back and pick that other option, right? But at the same time, it's like, well, no. You know, plus, it's not like, I feel like I feel like when I played Ace Academy, I didn't do it often. I feel like maybe I did do it once or twice, but I went back to pick another choice. But for the most, I feel like I did for the most part stick to my choice. But I feel like there was 1 or 2 times where I did go back. But that was because I wanted to, you know, I really wanted to make sure I get Kaori as a focus for, you know, Kaori after story. Whereas with this one, there is no sequel, there's no spin-off. So if I don't get with her, it will suck. But it, you know, it's not like I miss out on, you know, if there was to be a spin-off of this game with Kira as a focus, then I would just play through it off stream. I've already played through it on stream, but I'll play through it on stream, off stream, just so I can, just in case there's any like save import. If there isn't, then, well, no, I could just start it up and check. If there isn't, then you know, I'm thinking of like RPGs and stuff. Why would it be a save import? The rest of the evening goes by. Sorry about that. The rest of the evening goes by quickly. A few regulars come in and get their usual orders. Don't run into any other classmates though. Mina and I close the bakery and clean up together before heading back home. I'm exhausted. It's been a long day. I wash up and get ready for the night. It isn't until after I fall into bed that I realise I forgot to get my cupcake. No! I worked so hard for it. I hope they still saved it for me. Before long, I drift off to sleep. Oh yeah, the TennoCon live stream. Oh, it's in a little bit. I've already missed it. Oh, I'm going to miss it because I'm currently streaming. Mina wakes me up bright and early the next day. I take a quick shower and meet everyone upstairs for breakfast.
Good morning, sweetie.
Aunt Amiko greets me as I enter the kitchen. I blink in surprise before responding. Good morning, Aunt Amiko. You don't have to be at the bakery this morning.
Oh, I'm heading out in a moment. But I thought it'd be nice to send you off to school, just like when you were little.
Mina strolls into the kitchen, catching the tail end of the conversation.
Mom, that's so embarrassing. We aren't kids anymore.
I know! You two grew up so fast!
He pinches both of our cheeks affectionately. Mina and I both duck away. Aunt Amiko!
Mom, stop!
Okay. I won't bother you anymore.
She chuckles, wiping her hands on her apron.
Your lunches are packed and breakfast is on the table. Since you're all set, I'm going to go back to the bakery and check on Hajime. Oh, and tell Erilyn I wish her good luck.
Aunt Amiko gives us each a hug and disappears out of the kitchen. I know she and Uncle Hajime are busy with the bakery, so it's extra nice to know they make time for us whenever they can. Mina and I start eating. Erilyn joins us as we finish up breakfast, and the three of us soon head out of the house. The breeze tickles through my hair, and sunlight warms my face. It looks like it's going to be a nice day. Sorry, give me a second, everybody. Alright, I'm back. Audio. Right. It's a shame I'll have to spend most of it inside. We spot Kose walking up, broad grin on his face.
Hey guys.
Hey. He falls into step next to me.
So, today's the big day, huh?
Big day?
Yeah, it's
Mina turns to Erilyn.
Are you nervous?
Not at all.
Why not?
There's nothing to be nervous about.
I could vote for somebody else. You could lose. I don't think she cares about one vote, right? Most people would be nervous about losing. Everyone laughs.
Fortunately, I am not most people and will not lose.
Let's hope she does win, for her sake. We soon reach the school. After pulling open the main doors, we cross through the halls and enter the class. Kira doodles in her open notebook. She glances over when I sit down.
Hi.
Hey, you ready to vote? He nods. Who are you going to vote for? Kira pauses, considering the question.
Erilyn.
Really? Kira nods. I didn't think those two were close. Erilyn really is a popular candidate. Well, I knew that. It was obvious from yesterday. And the day before. The students talk to each other animatedly before Mrs. Sato enters. Everyone quiets down as she approaches the front of the room.
Good morning, everyone. Today is an exciting day. We're going to be voting for our new grade representative.
Class mutters enthusiastically to each other. People are still talking about yesterday's debates. Evelyn doesn't really react, but Jiro pushes his glasses from slipping down the bridge of his nose. Mrs. Sato gestures to a small box.
Please come to the front and write who you want to vote for on the ballot. Then just fold it up and put it in the box.
He smiles at Erilyn and Jiro.
And good luck to both of you.
Uh-huh. They nod. Shuffling sounds fill the room as everyone stands up. Pretty soon, a decent line forms at the front of the room. Who should I vote for? Myself. Erilyn is probably the obvious pick, but does she really care about anybody? I mean, she's the lesser... She might do the stuff not because she wants to. Because intent does matter, right? Not just the end result. Why somebody does something matters. But I don't want somebody being nice to me just because they want to get something out of me. Right? I'd rather them not be nice to me at all. Just be honest and, you know, then walk away. I don't like people, you know, treat me differently because they want something, right? They think they can get something out of me. So whilst Erilyn will probably fulfill all of her promises, she's only doing it to retain the power and respect of the students, right? She doesn't actually care about them. She doesn't care about what she's doing. She doesn't care. She only cares about doing it because she wants the position. And to retain the position, she'll do all of those things so to make sure people vote for her and talk positively about her, right? Her image matters more than what. She doesn't care about what she's doing. She only cares about the end result of what she's doing, right? So I don't want to vote for Erilyn because intent does matter. Jiro, though, he's not gonna win, right? He's the only one I really know a lot about. He's just not going about it the right way, right? He's not making it personal to the students. He doesn't really understand how to do it, right? So I just feel like I'll just throw my vote away. I'll just go one of I'll just choose one of the ones that because right for Jiro, he just did it all wrong. He did it all. I really did want to vote for him. He did it all wrong. Whilst Erilyn is going about it the right way, I know her true motives and intentions behind doing all of it, and I don't respect her because of that. So I'll just go with one of the inconsequential ones. I don't care if my vote is wasted. I stand for the principle of things. After voting, Jose and Mina sit down next to me. So, who did you vote for?
Erilyn, of course.
Yeah, me too.
Mina turns to me.
What about you? You voted for Erilyn too, right?
I voted for one of the candidates from another homeroom. Mina wrinkles her nose.
Wow, way to waste your vote.
Yeah, those three were so bad I don't even remember their names.
Jiro wasn't that much better either. Maybe I should have taken this more seriously. I did take it seriously. Fuck you, game. I did take this seriously. Jiro isn't gonna win. Right? And I don't want to vote for Erlin, so I'll just vote for one of them. Because Jiro isn't going about it right way. He isn't pushing for things that I care about personally, right? Like I said, he's not making it personal to the students, right? He's got the right mentality, right? To make sure that we can be effective at, at school, right? He's got the right idea, but the execution is all wrong, right? And he's not really pushing for things that are personal to me, right? Is another thing. Whereas Erlin, while she is pushing for all the right things, her intent behind all of it is just misguided, right? So I did take it seriously, game. Fuck you. Erlin floats back down to her seat before the last two students settle into their desks. Mrs. Sato puts the box away and smiles.
Thank you for your votes, everyone. We'll find out the results tomorrow.
Plus, wasting my vote would be not voting at all. I made sure my vote counted. So I did take it seriously. Fuck you, game. Fuck you, Mina. Also, fuck you. Fuck all of you, alright? Fuck all. Except for you. People watching the stream and stuff. You guys are alright. But everyone in the game, fuck you, alright? No. I took it seriously. Not taking it seriously would be not voting at all. You could argue, yes, I did waste my vote. But at the same time, I don't want to vote for Erlin. I don't want to do a popularity vote. I want to vote for her because I feel she truly deserves to vote, and I don't think she does. Jiro doesn't deserve the vote either. Jiro shifts in his seat. He glances at Erlin, who looks relaxed.
Now, everyone please pay attention. We're moving on to our first group project of the year.
Coming. There's a split chorus of groans and cheers.
Hopefully you'll have fun with it. Listen up so you can hear your group and topic.
He points to a random bunch of students sitting next to each other.
You 5 will be in a group. You'll be reporting on democracy.
He gestures to another gathering of students.
You 5 are assigned the oligarchy. And then...
He points to me, Mina, Kozai, and Erlin. Oh, convenient we're all in the same group.
You 4 will be together with...
You say Kira. He hesitates as she looks at the students beside us.
Miss Igarashi.
I knew it would be Kira. I say please Kira, but it's not surprising, right? Like, it wouldn't move the plot along. It wouldn't make sense for the story if it was a random person, right? Coincidence? I think not. Just plot relevance.
Your project will be on the monarchy.
Mrs. Sato quickly moves on from with the rest of her assignments. I've all my friends. Nice. Oh yeah, both my waifus. I mean, Kira and Kozai are my friends here. Mina is my cousin. And she has her moments, but fuck you, Mina. And Erlin, yeah, fuck her too. So, it's really just Kozai and Kira. Score! We're going to have the best project yet.
Yeah, this is awesome. We have all the smart people here.
Oh, let me guess. You, Erlin, and Kira, and me and Kozai are going to be conveniently left out. He pauses and glances at Kozai.
Well, except for one person.
Oh, she actually included me. Interesting. Kozai waits expectantly until realization dawns.
What? Hey!
Point proven.
Sorry about that. Everyone refocuses and an awkward silence settles over us. Erlin looks disinterested, while Mina and Kozai sneak glances at Kira, who remains neutral. So, what was our topic again? It was monarchy.
The monarchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miss Sato said we'll need to create a report on the system of government.
How do you think we should start it?
Everyone stares blankly.
No one has any ideas.
Jeez, Mina, we only just got assigned the topic. We haven't thought that far yet.
I'm trying to be efficient.
Well, sometimes people can't think and improvise on the spot. You got to give them time. If it was me, I would go back to the start, right? Why does a monarchy exist? How do you define a monarchy? right? Once you've defined what monarchy is, why does one need to exist in the first place? What are the pros and cons of a monarchy? And then go into Japan's monarchy, the origins of Japan's monarchy. You know, the origins, right? How it first started, how it evolved over time to what it is now. You know, and the pros and cons of each era of the monarchy. Something like that, you know? An evolution, how it's evolved, and if that evolution is good or bad. That's just me thinking up on the spot, because, no, not to gloat, but I can be efficient when I want to be, right? But not everyone can be like that. Not everyone can improvise and think on the spot. So Koze's not wrong. Erilyn yawns.
There's no need to fret. I know everything we need to complete this project.
Mina looks impressed.
Really? How come?
Everyone's probably going to say something about being a princess. I need to speak before she does. Sweden has a monarchy too.
Oh, that's true. It'll be interesting to compare the differences between Japan and Sweden. Kira, how about you? Do you already know anything about the topic?
Kira shifts in her seat.
Not particularly. Just what we've already learned in school.
Same here.
As the conversation moves on, I lower my voice to address Erilyn. Actually, with your background, you really would be an asset for this project.
I know. That's why I told everyone there's no need to stress.
Mrs. Sato claps her hands to get everyone's attention. The class slowly quiets down.
Okay, everyone. One final note. You'll be expected to present...
Oh. For crying out loud.
Okay, everyone. One final note. You'll be expected to present your project to the class. So be creative! You'll get points on your creativity as well as clarity.
Yeah. Sorry, I accidentally clicked forward by accident. For the first time, Kira seems a little interested. I'm not too worried about this. I think Kira's knack for art and Erilyn's public speaking skills, we should be pretty solid with our presentation. Mrs. Sato gives us some quick information about each of our topics and offers us more time to discuss as a group.
We should probably get together sometime outside of class and work out who does what.
Excellent suggestion, Mina.
Yeah, good idea. How about this weekend?
I'm down. Maybe Sunday?
I can do that.
Okay. It might be easiest if we all meet at my house, since half of us already live there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We agree on a time and exchange contact information. I give Kira my address just before Mrs. Sato claps for our attention.
I hope you've all had the chance to speak to your partners. I look forward to seeing everyone's presentations. Now, please open your textbooks.
We settle down and focus as she dives into the lesson. The rest of the classes go by in a blur. It's so hot in the room, man, today. So hot. Finally, half of the day is over. It's time for lunch and our club activities. I make my way to the club room, feeling excited. I wonder what sort of discussions we'll have in this club. When I arrive, there are a couple of people already in the room, including the club president, Kohaku. He smiles as I approach. Hey.
Hello, I'm glad you made it.
Thanks. I'm pretty excited to be here. I still can't believe this is real.
Is this real?
Huh?
Take this pen, for instance. What color is it?
He holds up a red pen. It's red.
But is it truly red?
Yes.
Why?
Because that's what color it is.
Ah, but you can define it as red because you're able to see the color red. What if you were colorblind and couldn't perceive the color red? Would the pen still be red?
Well, it wouldn't be red to me, no. Yes, because the pen itself didn't change, just a person who could perceive it.
Yes, however, our perception of reality is dictated by our senses. But do we perceive them in the same way? You can clearly see that this pen is red, as can I. But is our definition of red the same? When you look at red, is it the same exact color that I see?
I get what he's saying, and what comes to mind for me is that bloody dress. Is it white or is it blue? And there was like a whole big argument. Does anybody remember that? That was a thing for a while. There was like this dress, and people was arguing over what color it is. And I think part of it was like, I'm sure people were editing the color of the dress to change the color of it, right? As they were sharing it about. I'm sure, right? So depending on what image you saw, it was a different color, right? And people were fucking going mental over what color the dress is. And it was a big thing, and it was so dumb. And looking back, it was so dumb and so stupid, right? Like, what the fuck does it matter? It's a dress, right? I'm not even into dresses because I'm a bloke. I'm a guy. I'm not going to ever wear a dress, right? So what does it matter to me? And like, it's just people got. I'm pretty sure people got so fucking bitchy and fidgety about it, right? And it's like, oh my god, it's a bloody dress. And what's to say that the color hasn't been edited, right? And depending on what display you've got, what hardware you're viewing at it, what hardware you're using to view it, you know, it might be a different shade for you versus somebody else. You know, depending on the color grading of your monitor and stuff, right? So even if you think it's both blue, for someone it might be a darker blue than you because you've got a different color grading on your monitor or your phone or whatever, right? HDR, OLED, and all that stuff, right? Like, it was a big thing, right? That's impossible to answer because you can't see through my eyes and I can't see through yours.
Exactly. It's impossible to experience things in exactly the same way. Some people can feel things more strongly than others. For example, pain. Other people might be missing senses altogether, such as if they're blind or deaf. That will change their perception of reality from someone else's. But both realities feel real to the individual. Does that mean reality is fluid? Or is one reality more real than another?
Wow, this is deep. Are you high, bruh? We coexist in the same reality. Yeah. Neither. There is no one real reality. We all coexist in the same reality, even if it is perceived differently. Like the pen, the object in its existence doesn't alter its reality because the ability to perceive it is changed. Even if I couldn't see the desk, I could discern it's a desk through my other senses, and I'd still come to the same conclusion as someone else that it is a desk. The changes in our perception might differ in how we understand and process what something is, but it doesn't ultimately change the thing itself. He nods pensively.
That's a very interesting approach.
Kohaku smiles.
Now you have participated in your very first club discussion.
Kohaku?
I suppose that means an official welcome is now in order. So, welcome.
Thanks. This how our meetings normally go?
More or less. Come on, let's join the rest of the group and continue the conversation. It'll be interesting to hear other perspectives.
I nod and follow Kohaku as he introduces me to my fellow club members. We continue our philosophical debate until our meeting is over. My brain is already tired, and I wish I didn't have to return to class. Still, I've had fun, and I look forward to the next discussion. When I return to the classroom, I take out my notebook and ready myself for the next lesson. The bell announcing the end of the school day rings. Students collectively move from their seats to gather their things. The noise and bustle already taken over the room. As I'm putting my notebook into my bag, Evelyn approaches me, her bag slung over her shoulder.
Don't forget about tonight.
I won't. She nods, then stretches.
I'm going to rest a little before we go to the shrine.
Okay, I'll find you when I'm home. After a final nod, she exits the room. I actually forgot about it. I didn't realise. I was like, honestly, I think the thought occurred to me earlier and I was like, hang on a minute. How are we? Are we just? What's happening with the shrine stuff? Are we just waiting for a new development to occur? Like, what's going on with it? Because I forgot. I was like, wait, we're just going day to day. I'm like, are we just forgotten about the shrine? Is that plot thread gonna progress? The results from the election haven't returned, but she's already acting like she runs the place. Regardless, I have some free time now. I wonder who's free to hang out. Okay, so Kira isn't here now. Now we hit up Kose. I find Kose packing up to leave. Hey, what's up? You have practice today? Kose grins.
Nope, and I don't have work either, so I finally have some time off.
Nice. Do you want to hang out?
Sure. What were you thinking?
We could play some games at my place.
Sounds good to me.
Kose tosses his bag over his shoulder, and the two of us make our way outside. The sun glimmers from behind the clouds and warms our faces. A nice breeze floats along the sidewalk and tugs through our hair. Kose fishes his cell phone out of his pocket and starts fiddling with it. At first, I think he's texting someone, but then he grins.
Aha! Gotcha!
A blink. What are you doing?
Catching Pokemon. It's been a while since I've played.
Huh? Now that he's mentioned it, I haven't played Pokemon Go in some time either. I pull out the app and scan the area. What's this? I think I see something. Catch the Bigglypuff. Catch Wurtle. Catch Eevee. Oh, Eevee. Yeah, I'll go with Eevee. A Pokemon that can turn into any type I want? I've got to catch that. Plus, Eevee's a staple. Eevee bounds down the sidewalk, looking as cheery as ever. I pick up the pace and ready my Pokemon ball. Ha! Gotcha now. Just as I'm about to catch it, something solid bumps into me from the side, knocking me off course. Oof. I groan. A dull ache throbs in my ribs. What just happened?
Ugh.
I blink up to see Kose, rubbing his jaw.
Damn, that seriously hurt.
He looks around.
See that Wordle anywhere?
No, I was going for Eevee. I guess we both lost our Pokemon. That's what we get for not looking where we're walking. Let's look around some more. I'm sure we can find them again. Kose nods and looks back at his screen.
There seems to be more Pokemon this way.
We head off, going in the opposite direction of my house. We continue catching Pokemon along the sidewalk. Apparently, there are a lot of them out today. It seems to be more and more the further we go. Soon, we find ourselves on the busier side of town. My phone vibrates. Hey, I think there might be more Pokemon inside the mall.
You think?
Yeah, let's check it out. He nods, and the two of us walk inside. Okay. I remember this background from Kaori After Story. Yeah, they're reusing assets. Of course. I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? Because it's from a storytelling perspective, it takes place in the same like universe as Ace Academy and stuff. You're gonna, you know, depending on where you, I guess they live in the same area of Japan as, or near, no, not the same, quite the same area, but they live in a similar area of Japan as Kaori and all that, or at least her parents. There aren't a lot of teenagers here in the middle of the week, but it seems to be decently crowded with other shoppers. We continue hunting for Pokemon. I catch a badass fire lizard in front of a coffee shop. After that, bunch of annoying bat Pokemon keep showing up.
Again?
You read that the best, bro.
Come on. There has to be something better in this mall.
I glance at my screen. All I see is a Fiji and I freeze. Oh my god.
What is it?
Mewtwo.
What? No way! You're lying!
Glances at his own phone.
No way! You're right! How's that Pokemon here?
I have no idea. The only way I've heard of obtaining Mewtwo is through data files. No one has actually seen it out in the wild before, until now. My hands shake in anticipation. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Come on, we have to get it before it moves.
Right.
We weave in and out of shoppers as we follow the signal. After a while, we finally come to a shop. In front of a lingerie store.
What are the odds?
I guess Mewtwo's a bit pervy. We can't go in there, right?
Probably not.
So, we go back?
Probably.
Neither one of us moves. So rare, though.
I know.
He pauses thinking about it.
Okay, but listen. How many people can say they've caught View 2? Let alone seen one?
Not many.
Exactly. I don't know, dude. I don't think I can pass this up.
Turns to me. Determined.
I'm going in. You with me?
I don't know. Hell yeah, we should. Are you kidding? This is the perfect opportunity. Pokemon and lingerie? Sounds like heaven to me. Coding matches my grim.
I knew you'd understand.
The two of us trail into the store, attempting to look casual. Doesn't look like a lingerie store to me. A giant table full of lingerie greets us as soon as we walk in. Mannequins dressed in lacy and colourful garments surround this place. The women don't seem to notice us yet, too focused on their conversations and shopping. We continue to wander through the store, glancing at our phones. And that is the screenshot for the God. Do you see it?
Not yet.
Suddenly, my phone starts blinking. I found it.
Where?
Down that way. But it's moving. Come on, follow me. We continue walking through the store with our screens pressed up to our noses. The signal leads us to the back of the shop. Nutu is standing right on top of a rack of bras. The boob guy. Fair. Jose grins.
Ha! We got him now.
I lock on to Nutu with my phone. Perfect. In just a few seconds, I will become the ultimate Pokemon master. Well, not really, because you haven't got all of them caught, have you? So, and there's only one Nutu. What if it doesn't have good stats? No. My pulse thrums with the moment of a lifetime. Just then, someone passes in front of me. I blink, the movement snapping me out of the moment. I glance up to see a young girl hovering in front of the door with a bundle of sports bras. A dressing room door. Oh no. The girl stares right back at me. I watch her taking Kose, then me again. Then our phones out amongst the bras and underwear. Oh no. Her eyes widen. Oh no. She's completely misinterpreted the situation. But based on the context of what's going on, you can understand why she'd come to that conclusion, but it's also wrong. An older woman with a short, "can I speak to the manager" haircut immediately rushes over.
What's the matter, sweetie?
She glances at us with our phones out and gasps. She grabs the girl and protectively shoves her behind.
Excuse me! What do you boys think you're doing spying on my daughter?
We were already here before her. It's not what it looks like. Your daughter has nothing to spy on. Karen, you're in my way. I mean, if she's going to assume that, I'm just going to fucking lean into it, man. I chuckle. Lady, please, don't flatter yourself. Her mouth falls open, resembling a stunned fish.
Excuse me?
We're not interested in your daughter.
What?
He has nothing to offer us. Jose nods in agreement.
Yeah, we're just here for the Pokeman.
The woman glares at us.
What are you trying to say? That my daughter isn't good enough for you?
Jose and I blink. What? The poor girl's face lights up in flames.
Mom!
The woman curls a protective arm around her.
Don't listen to them, sweetie. You're perfect.
First she's like, "How dare you spy on my daughter?" Then we're like, "Trust me, love, your daughter ain't got shit to look at. Don't worry." Even if we were creepy like that, she's not worth the risk, trust me. The girl throws her face in her hands, mortified.
Oh my gosh! I can't believe this. Where is the manager of this place?
She huffs and storms off, a minivan keys in her hand.
Excuse me? I need to talk to a manager.
This is my chance. I tap my phone and throw the Pokemon ball. I hold my breath as Nutu disappears into the ball. It shimmers. Once, twice, 3 times, and... score! Gotcha!
Awesome! I got it too!
Karen gasps.
Excuse me? Do Did you just take a picture of me?
We already established you ain't got shit. What? Again? Where did she come from?
I'm reporting you two right now.
She grabs her daughter by the arm and wheels her away. Okay, we need to get out of here now.
No kidding.
As we power walk out of the store, we hear Karen snapping at one of the cashiers.
Excuse me. There were 2 peeping Toms here and you have done nothing about it. My daughter here was about to change. What if they had seen all up in her unmentionables?
First, she assumes that, right? Which is fair. I can understand why she'd assume it based on the context in front of her, right? Before her, whatever. But then when we correct her, say, trust me, right? We're not doing that. And even if we was, your daughter ain't got nothing to offer, and neither do you. Then she gets offended that we're not interested, that they're not worth being creeped at. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, Mom, please stop!
Hush, sweetie. I need to speak to your manager right away.
Oh, great. Oh, great. We better hurry. Jose and I don't stop moving until we're as far away from the store as possible. By the time we've stopped, we're panting for breath. Jose lets out a stunned laugh.
Dude, I can't believe we actually did that.
Right? We look at each other and grin. We did it. We caught one of the rarest Pokemons in the game. Jose holds up his hand and I meet him for a high five. Score! Jose chuckles.
Still, I think I've had enough Pokemon Go for one day.
Yeah, me too. I glance at my phone. Wow, it's getting late.
Is it?
He checks his phone.
Oh, you're right. You should probably head home then.
Wait, what? I like how it just cuts off.
Oh, you're right. You should probably head home then. I still have homework I have to finish.
Yeah, same. We'll say our goodbyes and part ways. The rest of the trek home is uneventful. I plug in my hands and listen to some music. When I reach the house, I head up to my room. I hang out in my room, alternating between completing homework and getting distracted on the internet. When I notice the dimming light outside, I check the time. We should head out soon. Evelyn's door is closed, so I knock. Hey, Evelyn, are you ready?
Just a moment.
It only takes her a few minutes to get ready, and then we leave the house. She must be really eager to go. Evelyn is unusually serious and keeps picking up the pace as we go. Are you nervous?
What is there to be nervous about?
There could be another Veldon around.
I hope so.
The words don't have the same confidence they normally do. If I were her, I'd be nervous too. We head out and make our way over. It's not long before we arrive at the shrine gate. I spot Kira's long, dark hair in front of the entrance. Evelyn does too and shoots me a confused look right before we approach. Hey Kira.
Hello.
Kira and Evelyn stare awkwardly at each other before Evelyn looks at me. This could be another good one.
What's going on?
Kira also shifts her gaze to me and waits. Although her face doesn't show it, I have a feeling she's just as confused as Evelyn. I forgot that we never actually told Evelyn of Kira's involvement. This is awkward. Kira was actually there the night that you arrived. Evelyn looks back to Kira.
You were?
Kira nods. She's been helping me investigate, and we've been working together trying to find out what happened that day.
So you knew that I'm from Veldon?
No.
Evelyn's brows knit in confusion before Kira continues.
But I knew that you weren't from here. I saw you fall out of the sky that night.
Evelyn's looks, wait, what? Evelyn looks slightly concerned.
You knew everything this whole time? How come I didn't know about this?
Kira blinks.
I thought you did.
I didn't.
He never told you?
Oh god, somehow it's my fault. Both women turn to stare at me. Evelyn folds her arm, demanded an explanation. It wasn't a good time. Isn't it entirely my fault? Well, it is my fault I didn't tell her about Kieran's involvement, but at the same time, I was so busy and wrapped up in trying to figure shit out that I didn't say anything. But at the same time, Kira could have told Erilyn, hey, don't pin this all on me. You are both in the same class. There was nothing stopping the two of you from talking. Erilyn looks as if I've just spoken High Emerian.
Please explain to me why I would have asked her if I didn't know that she knew.
Kira could have told you?
I assumed you told her.
Why?
Because you live together.
A perfectly logical assumption. You could learn much from Kira.
Yeah, you could too, but that's an argument for another time. I sigh. There's just no winning. Anyway, now you know. Kira looks at Erilyn.
I'm sorry that you had to find out this way. I would have told you myself if I'd known.
Erilyn hesitates, then nods.
I appreciate the sentiment.
And don't worry, Kira won't share your secret with anybody.
I'm not interested in spreading rumors.
Then what exactly is your interest?
I'm curious to know what's going on.
As we all are.
He gives Kira one last look before softening her expression.
If that's the case, then I suppose thanks are in order.
What for?
Erilyn points to me.
For helping this one look for answers. If we had to rely solely on his abilities, we wouldn't have learned anything.
Oh, fuck you, Erilyn. Kira smiles faintly.
You're welcome.
Maybe now we can move on and focus on what we actually came here to do? Erilyn? Erilyn slides me an unimpressed glance.
You said it was an old lady who spoke the phrase, yes?
Mrs. Tanaka.
We should find her at once.
Erilyn strides through the gates and we follow her through. I fucking hate it, man. First Mina and Erilyn team up, now Kira and Erilyn are teaming up against me. Fuck me, man. Women really do stick together, don't they? Fuck them. Don't get me wrong, it is my fault for not saying anything to Erilyn, right? That was an important bit of knowledge, right? That, hey, someone else was there that night. They're helping me figure shit out as well, right? And I could have introduced them. Don't get me wrong, that is on me, right? That is a mistake on my part. But like I said, it isn't entirely my fault. Kira could have spoke to Erilyn about it, right? If she knows, she could have spoke to Erilyn about it. And she never thought it was odd that Erilyn's never spoken to her, despite Kira being one of the only other people that knows about her not being from this world. She didn't think that was odd that Kira hasn't said anything to her. Look, you know, they either of them did. That's what I mean. I don't think it's entirely on me. Don't get me wrong. There is a fault on my part for not saying anything to Erilyn, you know, and not saying anything to Kira about, you know, Kira, you know, Erilyn doesn't know that you know, and vice versa, right? Tell them both and introduce them both, right? That's on me for not doing that. But at the same time, Kira could have spoken to Erilyn. Yeah, okay, Erilyn doesn't know that Kira knows, right? And that Kira was there. But Kira could have spoke to Erilyn. So, you know, don't get me wrong, there is fault on my side, but it's not entirely all on me. That's why I chose that option, because it's admitting that there is fault on my part, but it isn't entirely my fault, you know? And there's not all the blame is on me. Plus, you know, it's been really hectic of late, right? There's a lot of shit that's gone on, you know? I didn't think to do that. I'm doing my best here, but apparently, according to Erilyn, my best isn't good enough, and I'm a dumbass who isn't doing anything. All right, and I can't be relied upon. Fuck you, Erilyn. I know it's a game, but fuck the bitch. This is exactly why I didn't invest into Erilyn. Luckily, Mrs. Tanaka is there. A bright smile splits her face. She waves when she sees us.
Oh, you kids came back.
We promised we would.
I'm so delighted. It's lovely to see you again.
When she notices Erilyn, her eyes grow wide. She subtly elbows Kira.
Oh my, do you two still have that amulet I gave you?
Yes.
Good. Don't lose it. That friend you have is also very pretty, and you don't want to lose your man.
Is it even worth correcting Mrs. Tanaka? I have a feeling it would do no good.
Thanks, Mrs. Tanaka. I'm not concerned.
She's not? Is that because she likes me or doesn't like me? I can't dwell on the fault for too long as Erilyn clears her throat. Actually, Miss Tanaka, this is Erilyn, the friend I mentioned last time. Mrs. Tanaka softens into a warm smile.
It's nice to meet you, Erilyn.
The pleasure is all mine.
Could you repeat the phrase you told us last time, please?
Oh, you mean Alio ten lo real dan mali.
Erilyn grins excitedly.
Meli nodirum alioten.
Mrs. Tanaka looks surprised.
Oh, that's quite lovely. What does it mean?
Erilyn's smile falters.
It's the other half of the honorific expression.
Really?
You're not familiar with it?
I don't believe I am, but I'd be happy to learn it.
Although she tries to hide it, I see the disappointment seeping into Erilyn's eyes.
Where did you learn the expression?
What makes me laugh, right, is I can guarantee you, and I'm going on a rant here, but it's part of who I am, right? It's part of the stream. What pisses me off, right, is without a bloody doubt, Erilyn is going to come out of this blaming me, even though it's been established now that I've been working together with Kira, but somehow it's still going to be my fault somehow, right? She's not going to blame Kira at all. She's going to say it's somehow all on me, right? And all the blame's going to be at my feet. You know, and I'm going to be like, hang on a minute. You know, me and Kira worked it. The thing is, I don't want to throw Kira under the bus because we've both been doing the best we can. But at the same time, I want to clap back at Erilyn because she's a bitch. Constantly undermines me and puts me down, you know, when I'm doing my best here. Am I making mistakes? Absolutely, but I'm doing my best. But Erilyn doesn't seem to appreciate any of that. I guarantee you she's going to come out of this blaming me. Even though it's been established that me and Kira both have been working on this. But somehow it's still going to be all my fault. It's always the man's fault.
Here at the temple, an elderly woman used to visit quite often, and I hear her say it.
Is this the same woman who mentioned the ethereal energy?
Yes, exactly.
The three of us exchange glances.
I'd like to arrange a meeting with her.
She comes in with her grandson, but likes to keep to herself. It's been a very long time since I saw either of them, though.
How long?
Oh, maybe about a month or so.
And when did you first hear the phrase?
I think 2 months ago. I do wish she'd visit again. It sounds like a pretty language. Actually, what language is it?
That is the ancient and sophisticated dialect of...
Swedish. It's Swedish. I ignore the dirty look Erilyn shoots me.
Oh, how fun. I know a phrase in Swedish.
Mrs. Tanaka giggles.
Maybe you could teach me more.
Another time, perhaps. It's getting late and we should be heading back. Mrs. Tanaka nods.
Of course. You must all have school tomorrow. Well, thank you for visiting, and I hope you'll come again.
Thanks, Mrs. Tanaka. We say goodbye and walk towards the exit. Evelyn doesn't seem too concerned as we walk. In fact, she acts normal. Is she really okay? Or is she hiding her disappointment? Oh, not to sound sexist here, but she is most definitely hiding her disappointment. It's like when a woman says, oh, everything's fine, you know, nothing's wrong, when there is something that's wrong. But they don't want to just tell you straight up. I know that's a sexist thing, that's like stereotyping women, but that is a thing that some women do. Not all women, but some women do. I guarantee you that I'm confident that's what she's doing. She's suppressing how she feels, right? And she's gonna confront us later on. There's appearances and shit, right? Kira glances at Erilyn. I wonder if she's thinking the same thing I am.
Mrs. Tanaka mentioned the old woman had a grandson. Maybe there are more people.
That's true. We thought there were no Veldens, and then find out there were 2 Veldens here. Who knows how many more may be around? Erilyn nods.
That is possible.
He wears a soft smile. I think maybe that helped. She seems happier. We exit the shrine and begin walking home. I'm surprised to see that Erilyn's smile has only grown. She's more relaxed than when we first arrived.
How are you feeling, Erilyn?
Excellent.
Really? I glance at Kira, who blinks in confusion. How come?
Because now I know I'll be rescued.
How do you know that?
It's quite simple. That old woman and her grandson have obviously returned home after 2 months of being stranded here.
How do you know they've returned? Erilyn shoots me an exasperated look.
If they frequented the shrine so often that Mrs. Tanaka memorized their sayings, then why would they suddenly disappear?
Okay, when you put it that way, it does make sense.
And that means I have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, that's one possible outcome. Another one is that they just moved on and stopped caring. They wanted to get back, but now that they've made a life here, they're not so eager to go back. Not that they don't want to go back, but they've made peace with not being able to go home. They've just made a life here and moved on. So, I don't think that's necessarily a guarantee. I think she's a bit, is arrogance the right word? Not ignorant. Yeah, you get what I'm trying to say, hopefully. He's lost me again.
Do you think they were rescued?
They must have been. And if some random Veldens can be rescued, then I can expect to be found and rescued even sooner. After all, as the princess, my safe return would be a top priority.
Let's make the most of our time together. I don't think that's how it works. It sounds like you're jumping to a lot of conclusions. It's more likely that they found their way back home themselves. Evelyn scoffs.
Nonsense! If returning were so easy, then I could have just done it.
I'm about to argue, but Kira puts a hand on my arm to silence me. She shakes her head slightly. She's right. There's no point in bursting Erilyn's bubble. At least this thought will make her happy. When we reach Kira's intersection, we pause. Thanks for coming with us today.
Yes, and thank you for all you've done for me already.
Notice how she's not thanking me at all, despite all the effort that I've put in. But whatever, right? It is what it is. Kira smiles slightly.
No problem. I'm glad I could help.
See you at school tomorrow. He nods. After saying goodbye, we part ways. Evan and I continue our journey home. Out of curiosity, what exactly does that horrific expression mean?
Aliotin Lurialden Mali translates to, May the dawn forever illuminate Terra. And Mali Nodira Maliotin translates to, May Terra forever uplift the dawn.
What is this nonsense? Wow, that's beautiful and very poetic.
Yes, it was written in the original mandate, and is the most well-known High Amirian expression in Velden.
Sounds like you guys have a rich cultural history. We soon arrive home, and she immediately goes to her room. I return to my room as well and finish up the remaining homework. Then I get ready for bed. I have mixed feelings knowing that Erilyn has a finite amount of time here. But she's only been with us for a short while. I'm not used to her presence. I can't wait for her to go back. I haven't. I'm happy for her to go back. Still, this would be for the best. Erilyn deserves to return to the comfort of her own home. Quiet in my thoughts, I lie down in my bed and drift to sleep. I wake up in the morning with a wide yawn. Another school day. At least tomorrow is the start of the weekend. The thought encourages me and I roll out of bed. What was the thought? After getting ready, I head downstairs and into the kitchen. It's quiet in here. Are the girls still asleep? There's a note next to my breakfast. Gone to morning swim practice. Hurry up and eat or you'll be late. Mina. Jeez, Mina's on my case about being late even when she's not here. That accounts for her. What about Erilyn? I noticed another note next to Mina's. You took too long, so I left. Can't be late for my own coronation. Erilyn. Not a coronation! And you may not have won! I blink and sheepishly put the note down. And I'm going to stop talking to myself. I don't know what she means by it took too long. Is there plenty of time to make it to school? Glancing at the clock, I pause. Okay, I am kind of close. I quickly finish my breakfast and begin to walk to school. I arrive in the courtyard earlier than anticipated. The walk is a lot faster when there's no one else slowing me down. Who knew? As I enter the school, I hurry into the cafeteria. The announcement for grade representative is held here. All of my friends are already seated. Jose jumps up when he sees me.
Yes, buddy! I knew you'd make it.
Thanks. Mina sighs deeply as I take my seat.
I don't know how I should be feeling right now.
What's going on?
You just proved that I am your best bro. I always believed in you, my man.
Whatever, Kosei. You don't live with him. You don't see the dirty truth.
Oh, fuck you, Mina. Will someone please tell me what's going on?
They had a wager on whether or not you'd arrive late.
And you made it, just like I knew you would.
Oh, so Mina didn't have any faith in me. What a surprise! Mina doesn't believe in me. Erilyn doesn't believe in me or trust. Mina doesn't believe in me. Erilyn doesn't believe in me. And even Kira, when given the opportunity, doesn't believe in me. Okay, sure, she had more of a reason than those two. She thought I would have told Erilyn about her knowing, considering that I lived with Erilyn and was the one, to make contact with her first, right? she assumed that I would have told Erilyn, right? Because, she, to keep her in the loop about what's going on, as it's to do with her, right? I can understand Kira not believing in me at that moment. Well, not so believing in me, but you get my point, right? But Erilyn and Mina have always been against me from day one. So that means... I shift my gaze to Mina, who slumps in her chair.
On one hand, I'm proud of you for making it on time without my help. But on the other hand, why did you have to be responsible today out of all days?
I know I could count on you, bro. How could you do this to me, Mina? You both suck. Well, yeah, okay, Kosei betted on me, but he betted on me to win, right? Because he believed that I'd be here, right? He believed that he had faith in me to be efficient, right? Whereas she didn't. So whilst he sucks for betting on me, at the same time, he betted on me to win. So I would argue yeah, what? I want to rip into Mina. Any opportunity I get to rip into him. Wow, Mina. You dare to call yourself my cousin. She hides her face in her hands.
I'm sorry.
Family's supposed to stick together. Blood is thicker than water. And all of that stuff.
Yeah, Mina, betraying your own flesh and blood? So shameful.
At least now I know who my real family is. I look over to Kosei, who has a tear in his eye. He opens his arms wide.
Bring it in, man.
Bring it in, buddy. I do. We clasp each other in brotherly solidarity.
What about the thousands of free meals I've saved you over the last 15 years? I suppose Kosei can take care of those now?
I freeze. He's right. Mina always makes sure to save me extra treats from the bakery, or saves me a plate of dinner if I'm not there. How could I have forgotten? I let go of Kosei and lean towards Mina with a meek smile. He grins smugly while Kosei looks at me with feigned hurt.
The betrayal!
Sorry, dude. I glance over to Erilyn, who is checking her nails disinterestedly. Which side was Erilyn on?
Oh, she didn't participate.
Why not? She doesn't care.
It would be inappropriate to take money from subjects.
Of course. Subjects? You don't even know the results of the race yet.
I don't need to. I was born for this role.
Everyone settles down as Mrs. Sato enters the cafeteria.
Good morning, everyone. I'm sure you're all eager to learn the results of yesterday's vote.
Please say Evelyn doesn't win. Please, please, let anybody else win but her. An excited murmur flutters through the room. Mrs. Sato clears her throat.
After tallying up the votes, I'm happy to announce that our new grade representative is...
I can feel the anticipation in the air.
Miss Erilyn Dawn!
Evelyn smiles graciously as the crowd applauds.
Congratulations, Miss Dawn! And a big thank you to all of the candidates for an excellent race.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by this outcome. I tried, but the others had no chance.
Erlen, you won!
Yeah, of course. Mina jumps up and down in excitement. Jose flashes a confident grin.
Of course she did. She was the best candidate by far. That's why I voted for her.
Congratulations, Erlen.
I blink in surprise as I see Kira standing there. Evelyn's grin broadens.
Thank you, Kira.
I bet she's somehow going to give me shit when it comes to light that I didn't vote for her. But then it's like, well, why would I vote for you? You're a horrible person, and you've been nothing but horrible to me. And despite me helping you and being there for you, you've been nothing but horrible to me. And your intent behind doing all of this is misplaced and misguided. Sure, you're fighting for the things students care about, but your intent behind doing it is just because you want the power and the fame and the reputation. You're not doing it because you genuinely care.
Congratulations, Miss Dawn! I look forward to the great work you'll do as both grade representative and class representative.
I swear I'm getting crackly in my bloody headset. Maybe I'm wrong, but I swear I'm getting a crackling in my headset. Could just be this music in the background.
Thank you, Miss Sato.
Erin is soon swarmed by our classmates offering praises and congratulations. Right. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Jiro sitting quietly by himself. Disappointment keeps his head down, and I can't help but feel a little bad. Jiro was very passionate about his position, but I might as well hurt, so it must hurt that he lost. As I'm debating whether or not to talk to him, I watch him stride over to Evelyn. The crowd falls silent and parts as he approaches. I think it's the music plus my headset fidgeting around on my beanie. Yeah, it's the music, not me. Or it's the headset fidgeting around on my beanie and all the music in the game. He stares at Erin with a serious stare, then clears his throat.
Congratulations. It's clear the best candidate won, and I look forward to seeing the great work that you'll do.
Thank you. And I expect to see the same from you.
Jiro blinks.
From me?
Yes, as our class representative.
His mouth opens and closes, but he's too shocked to speak.
You want me?
I do. And as I speak for the people, it's what the people want too, right?
The class erupts into cheers. Jiro still looks concerned.
I appreciate the thought, but ultimately it's Miss Sato's decision on who can be class representative.
All gazes shift onto our teacher, who grins broadly.
I have no objections.
After hearing Mrs. Sato's approval, Jiro stands straighter.
Then of course I'd be happy to accept this responsibility.
I wouldn't expect anything less from you.
Congratulations to Mr. Jiro Osamu as our new class representative.
Right, so she gets grade representative and he gets our specific class. So he represents our specific class and then she represents the entire grade. So he will take every class will take their issues to him, to him. Every class will take their issues to class representatives, who then take all of those issues to her. So she has a council, of course. The class cheers enthusiastically for Jiro. He pushes his glasses up to his nose, clearly pleased by the attention. Everyone stands to the side, allowing Jiro a chance in the spotlight. She flips her hair back and wears a proud smirk. I'm actually feeling proud of her too. Although her constant reminders of her birthright can be annoying, it seems she really does inherit some natural leadership abilities. Well, yeah, that's fair. I still don't like her though. Having a position on the council will make Jiro really happy. Plus, he'd be good at it. Evelyn might act like she only cares about herself, but when it comes down to it, she still thinks of others too. I approach her. Hey, nominating you for class representative was a really nice thing to do.
Of course I'd do that. It made the most sense.
Yeah, he'll do a good job.
Will he? I suppose that could be true. I didn't pay attention.
What? Why give him the role then?
Well, somebody has to take care of all the paperwork.
Of course. Isn't that your job? He laughs.
Of course not. The ruling party doesn't do their own work. That's what advisors and staff members are for.
I take back what I said.
It was a smart move.
Both Erin and I turn towards the voice. Hira must have snuck up on us. How long was she standing there? How?
Everyone wins. Erilyn wins the election, and Jiro wins a leadership role.
He only won that because Erin gave it to him.
Perhaps. But Jiro cares and will do a good job. That's why Erilyn gave him the role, right?
Exactly. If you ever find yourself in a position of power, then you'll understand.
No, I don't want to ever be in a position of power. Power corrupts. I'll pass. You just delegated everything you didn't want to do onto somebody else.
It's called management.
It's called laziness is what it is. I'm about to retort, but she's not exactly wrong. No, that is how a lot of people do it, even though you shouldn't necessarily do that. I feel anyway. You know, I want a manager who's actually in and committed, right? So don't ask others to do what you're not prepared to do yourself, you know? If the manager's just passing all of the work on to other people, right, and making others do your work, am I being paid extra to do her work? No. I don't think that's necessarily fair. Is it smart and efficient? You can make that argument, sure, but it's not fair. What does it say? Maybe she really is a good leader. No, I doubt it. Mrs. Sato finally breaks up the crowd and ushers everyone back to our classroom. We settle into our seats, still buzzing about the results. Yeah, sorry if I'm accidentally clicking forward sometimes. I'm trying to go back and, you know, make sure that I've read everything. Once the class is calm, Mrs. Sato begins the lesson. The rest of our classes go by quickly. Finally, it's the end of the school day and the beginning of the weekend. As I pack up, I see Mina heading towards the door. Hey, are you going home? She shakes her head.
I'm going to go meet the girls from swim club, but I'll be home tonight.
After a wave goodbye, she disappears into the hall. It's nice she's getting along with her club friends. As for me, who do I want to hang out with? Oh, I guess Kira isn't available. Again, so I guess Koze. I look for Koze around the school but don't find him. He must have already left. Putting out my phone, I dial his number. He picks up after a couple rings.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Are you working today?
Nope, I have a day off, and it is sweet.
Awesome. You want to hang out?
You know I do. But I'm babysitting my brother, so I can't leave. You want to come over instead?
Sure. Let me stop by my house first and then I'll be over.
Sounds good.
We say our goodbyes and hang up. Shoulder in my bag, I start the walk home. Jose's mum works a lot, so he or his sister usually end up with babysitting duty. His brother is only a year old and very curious. He's cute, but needs constant attention. After I'm home, I head up to my room and drop off my stuff. I know there was a game of mine that Koze wanted to play. Maybe I should bring it. Once I change, I grab the game and head out of the house. The walk to Koze's house is easy. He doesn't live too far away. And I know the route by heart. I think that's a good stopping point. And continue this tomorrow. Wow, there's a long ass session there. My God. Well, thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hopefully the mic audio was okay. I'll double check it after stream. I could fine tune it, but as long as it's like, you know, you can listen to it and it's not nothing is super bad or noticeable, then I might leave it as is. But we'll see. We'll find, you know, if I need to fine tune it, I will. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I appreciate you being here. It's been Ancient Scribe. It's been Ethereal Enigma Part 5. Part 6 will obviously be tomorrow. And then Monday and Tuesday, I don't stream, so it'll be Wednesday and Thursday after that. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I appreciate you being here. You know, I hope I've been a source of entertainment to any extent, be that first monitor, second monitor, third, fourth, you know, all background audio only. I've been a source of entertainment to any extent. I appreciate you being here. Thank you and giving me some of your time. Again, part 6 of Ethereal Enigma will be tomorrow on stream, and then Wednesday and Thursday, you know, I've got the schedule, which is on my link tree, which is available on my Twitch channel and on YouTube. YouTube on my channel banner and in the description, on Twitch under the video player and in the about section. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Make sure to subscribe. Have a good rest of your weekend. If I don't see you Sunday, then I hope you enjoy your weekend and have a good time. And, you know, if I don't see you during the week, thank you for at least giving me some of your time and giving me a chance. And, you know, I appreciate you being here. Thank you. Please subscribe. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks for being here and have a good rest of your weekend. Bye.